Ellis, you're here still? Alive?
I'm here.
All right.
Did you drop that?
Unfortunately.
Sound a little happier, man. I'm here. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm here for you.
Hey, I'm here.
Asked for me, and I came as requested.
That's what
I'm
happens.
dead at Morgan's expression.
Did y'all hear the dog just now?
hmm
No,
Oh my
This man is a
god.
sign. Here we are. It is up and it is going. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hidden Bites is the name of the show. So, how to come up with the name of Hidden Bites? So, pretty much, I was like thinking of doing just the podcast with me and Morgan, and then I was like, well, why not just do like a video podcast and have like us go out to different like mom and pop shops or like local food eats. Like there's this ramen place called Naruto, and we go, we try the food, we come back, we show people the food, tell them how it was, and then also show you how to make it too, because this woman right here is a really good cook, and she's so far on the different things she's tried to make or replicate, she's done a great job. So it was gonna do a show like that, but then I was like, why keep it at that and add on to it? So that's how we're coming up with doing other things, like talking about animes and manga, having like discussions about it with you guys and everything, different collaborators and stuff to spice up the show. But the main thing, like I was saying, is still gonna be the having the different food and showing you guys how to make it pretty much. But we also have like pop culture where we're gonna have different discussions on that and talk about, like, you know, one thing that everybody's going crazy about is this coronavirus. Why many of us is probably here now. everybody
Honestly.
because
Good old Rona.
has been affected by that. Either they done their job has laid them off or told them they have to stay home, like me. So I guess another week of just being here. And I said, finally it gives me the chance to start this web show with this lady and you guys.
A week of him being here. Driving me crazy.
Yeah.
When life gives you lemons.
So if y'all hear weird noises, that's our dogs. They tend to do that sometimes. Especially the smaller one. She snores like a grown man when she sleeps. That thing be scaring me sometimes because I be in there playing games and I just hearing somebody snoring, but it's just the dog.
Just makes these really weird moaning noises all the time. Out of nowhere. Nobody's business.
Yeah, he definitely does that, especially when Morgan's around. He wants to make as much noise as possible. But today we're gonna be talking more about like old school cartoons and shows. We're also gonna have like trivias here and there to get the audience more engaged with us. We're gonna also have different people like you guys. Right now we have Cornelius, Dimitri, and Herb with
Guest
us.
stars.
You know, they from time to time you hear them talking. You'll figure their voices out eventually. If you know them, you probably already know their voices.
Everybody
But-
say hello. Cornelius.
oh hello.
Hello. How are y'all?
Dimitri, you still alive?
Still here. What's up, guys? Sorry, I got what is this game? I got Warzone going in the background.
Okay. Got
So I'll
you.
pop in here and there.
I hear you. I
I'm
hear
gonna find a
you.
trivia first to do later.
Okay, so today we got more. Our discussion is gonna be more about old school cartoons and other. No, I cannot say this word right.
What?
Nostalgia. There you go. Got it.
That's it.
I've been trying to say that thing like all day, and it's just like nostalgia. Just wouldn't come out.
All you had to do was go on Google Translate, type it in. She'll say it for you.
You know, sometimes it's still you just get your tongue tied. You just keep trying to say it, it just won't come out. Like some people
There's some
can't.
more.
You know, some people can't say Earth; they say Earth. So they,
Earth.
no matter how.
That is not the same.
Some people can't say congratulations. That would be an
How's that
example.
not the same? You just can't.
That is not.
Help me.
Dialect and general pronunciation are two different things.
We're not gonna go there. This is an argument we don't want to
Hello,
have today.
KB. Thanks for calling us beautiful people. Oh my. But yeah,
Okay.
let's go. Let's see. Let's get one of these first conversations going. What was your favorite channel? More in the early 2000s, 90s. Cornelius, we start with you.
Disney Channel. You already know this.
Wait.
What shows on
You already know this. What shows? It depends. Like what time period?
When you were a young buck.
Just give us some.
But how young? I could tell you every
Like
age, every
elementary school.
All right, think about like we were trying to stay in like the 90s to early before
Okay, he's
2010.
still barely a.
Yeah. I can't remember anything before 2002, so
Okay.
I really don't know what you're going for.
Okay. How about for
Elementary
you?
school.
We'll do 2015. And
2015, I was like in the junior year. I was not really watching Disney Channel anymore. He jumped a whole decade in some.
Honestly.
But
So,
I'll say,
what about
I don't know, like
2000?
shows that I really like, older shows were like Proud Family, That's So Raven,
oh, that was a good one.
Calm.
those like black comedy shows.
Proud Family. I don't even know what happened to that show. That show was good. I
It's
enjoyed
on
it.
Disney Plus, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. They did
Yeah.
bring it back, but I mean, like they should bring like if they were to bring back a show, I would take that as one of them that they should bring back because it was good.
I know that they put Kim Possible on Netflix, I believe,
What?
because one of my friends was just watching the whole all of it.
Put her.
I would have
probably on
expected that to
Disney
only be
Plus.
on Disney Plus
Yeah, maybe Disney Plus.
because I was marathoning it.
No,
I'm actually on season 4.
gosh, how many seasons are there of Kim Possible?
4.
I'm on season 4.
You know what his favorite show is?
Ironically, it's Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch. I like
Oh,
that show.
That's a good
I
one.
love that show.
And I mean, feel free to comment in. Just don't talk over each other. If you have anything to say about like Proud Family or things of that sort, nobody else.
Our Family was a solid show. I appreciate the weird peanut based movie that they had for it.
I like that part too. And it was just funny how the only person who really started dancing in there was the white girl. Everybody else didn't even dance or nothing. When they pull out the dance battle, it was only her. That was like one of the more memorable parts for me. And it was just funny. The guy took off his mask and he was a peanut too.
A crunchy peanut.
I don't even remember the premise of the show, like the movie. I just remember like the crazy peanuts, the dancing, and some other stuff. I'm like, I don't remember it, but it like has a strong vibe for me.
What was your favorite channel?
I would say that my favorite channel had to be Cartoon Network. As much as I like watched Nickelodeon and Disney Channel and like channel like PWLRN for the kids. Actually, no. My favorite channel was PBS Kids. Well, not PBS Kids, but the channel 14, the one where you don't got cable, where all like the
was that UPN or was that what is it called?
I think it's like WLRN something something or another, because that channel had all the bangers for me, which had like Cyber Chase, Between the Lions, all that good stuff, good education, and it was like entertaining, but also learn something. And then my favorite show from there had to be it's a close tie between the Lions and Cyber Chase. Those two shows.
I definitely remember the what is it called?
I didn't know.
WB and UPN before they done changed their name a couple of times and everything.
I'm not sure what they even put on now or like what they go by in the way of stuff, but I just remember those two shows being like legit to me.
Now you're muted.
Called CW
And-
now.
I tried
Cartoons
to
in
say,
the
but
morning.
it didn't. I don't know why it didn't go through.
Yeah, man.
Isn't CW
you know-
where they have those hero shows?
You know,
and
there's
such?
something else.
Yeah. That's it used to be WB. CW is now WB is now CW. And I don't even know what UPN became. It's like
think it's-
WLRN or something like that. Is UPN or something?
What it stands for, but that's what it is now.
Welcome to the
Actually, yeah.
stream, Lanky Degree. Sorry about that, Herb. Go ahead.
I think the girl that I used to date, her mom actually works for that broadcasting network.
Yeah, I know. I used to wake up. Oh, she said UPN became WB, then it became the CW. I don't know. They was changing those names around a lot. I know. But what was it called? I used to wake up early every morning to try to watch my shows in the morning. Because it was like they had everything.
Early morning cartoons.
But the thing is, some of the good stuff would be up like 6 in the morning. You have to try to catch the good stuff. You got to get up 6 in the morning to watch it and stuff. And then
I don't have that type of dedication.
And it's like the more stuff that wasn't as good, like the Sonics and stuff like that, was like at 12 o'clock when everybody's already up and ready to watch it.
That's the thing. Like you gotta the way I guess maybe not business model, but the way that I think that they did it for like kids shows and stuff like that. Like you gotta assume like all those that target demographics for children, you would assume that like when it comes time for them to like get ready for school or like wake up in the morning, like kids wake up super early, like 6 o'clock in the morning. Kids is up. So you put the cartoons on then, and by 12 o'clock, you would assume that the adults are up also, and then they take the kids to do whatever it is that they're going to do for that day. So that's why it's like between 6 a.m. to 12 o'clock is when they're running the things, and then maybe like later on. I don't know. I know the time slots for kids.
Even on like Saturdays.
I know the time slots were different though.
I used to watch it this Saturday morning. I used to get up and be ready. I used to have the Jackie Chan cartoon on there and everything.
Solid baby.
That's definitely one of my favorite shows right there. The Jackie Chan, with Uncle on there. What was the chant that he used to do all the time?
Oh, boy, Wi-Fi child.
That boy remembered it word
Bruh.
for word.
let me. Did you know that Jackie did not voice his character in the thing?
What? I never knew that.
Yeah, nah. I remember I was watching a video about it the other day, and they were just like, "Yeah, the Jackie Chan does not voice, his own character in the show because he was like he doesn't feel like very great about his English or something like that." And I was like, my whole life I thought that was his voice.
Mine too. I just learned
My
that
whole life.
today because to this day I thought it was him talking and everything, but I guess not. Because you think it's his show and everything, the character looks like him and everything, and you would think he'd want to be the voice to his own show. But I guess
Because I know he was like his English wasn't that great, or his English wasn't that great, and like even when he was doing the Rush Hour movies and stuff like that, he didn't have like a full understanding of the English language to the degree where he could like know exactly what he was saying and stuff. So like most of the scenes and things that were happening in Rush Hour, for instance, was just him being fed lines. Like they were like, "All right, cool. Here's your line. Say these words," and then he would say them.
Oh God,
okay, yeah.
my understanding of everything has been corrupted.
Welcome to the stream.
Now
Feel free to get into
I'm gonna
the chat.
watch it. I'm gonna watch it and then be like, "You're a horrible actor. You have no idea what you're saying. This is live. All live."
Don't do Jackie Chan like that.
Don't do that,
I
man.
don't
Like
want
that.
to.
The part that kills me is I think there was like a thing where it was like they were saying that like they would like have fun with him, and then they would say that he likes like what was it, like a pony show or whatever. And he was like, "Yeah, I love pony shows," or something like that. And it's because he doesn't understand the language or whatever. Or what is he saying? He's just saying it. And he's like, "What am I saying to these people? Why do they keep laughing when I say these words?"
Oh, I did that.
But,
Delete this entire section from the stream. No one
Right?
should know the truth.
You must deserve the memory of Jackie.
Next thing you know, you're getting an email from one of his peoples.
Cease and desist.
That's too funny. But no. What is it called? That was a good show. Let's see if you guys remember Cubics.
Bix, 100%.
I used to actually have a
Do you
toy
remember-
for it and everything.
The heck is Cubic?
Honestly,
No,
I don't
you
know
don't
what
know
Cubics is
Cubics?
either.
Cubics was a good one.
This was like a combination of like Beyblade mixed with Transformers.
Well, Dimitri, what was your favorite channel? You never said anything about yours.
Oh, Cartoon Network. Easy.
Cartoon
Come on,
Network.
bro. You got bangers. Tom and Jerry. Ed, Ed and Eddie. Two Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Yep. Preach.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. Come on.
Definitely Courage the
You
Cowardly
cannot.
Dog.
Johnny Bravo. I know I'm jumping here and there, but come on, man. There's too many bangers.
I don't know about Nick at Night. I think Cartoon Network is still winning, man. Toonami alone with all this stuff.
Exactly.
Gosh.
I don't know that I would. I don't know how comfortable I feel about lumping in Toonami with Cartoon Network.
Why
Even
not?
though definitely 100% they are definitely. I like my brain as a child always associated those two shows as two separate things.
Toonami, man. Gosh, I used to love watching Toonami and everything. That was definitely that put me into anime with like One Piece and stuff like that. Definitely Toonami.
Most people's or at least most like people who were first experienced the anime came from like Toonami and other Toonami and what else would it be? Yeah, pretty much that and like Adult Swim. I think those two like places were like the people, like if you wasn't like staying up to stream anime from wherever, that's where you got it from.
Wait.
I used to sneak to watch Adult Swim.
What is it
Felt
called?
dirty.
9 p.m. That was definitely around getting to that Adult Swim time and everything. Boy, you had to turn your TV down so your parents don't come in.
Past your bedtime. Past your bedtime.
You're about to get some real deal stuff now. Going into that realm. Because that's when they had the no filters and everything. First time you just started hearing people cursing on TV, all the cartoons cursing and showing stuff. You're like, what is this? Is this still Cartoon Network right now? Oh my God. One of my favorite shows, Robot Chicken.
I was just going to say.
If you guys have not seen Robot Chicken, I don't know where you've been. Robot Chicken's been really good. That was like, all the different parodies of the different cartoons and everything. I don't know why they stopped Robot Chicken. That was so good.
Because it was out of pocket.
Oh, it's over?
What was the Oblong?
Oh my God. Oblong?
Yes.
Oh my God. That was another one that was out there.
Okay, show me. I don't know what that is.
Oblongs. Oh
I'll look it up.
my gosh.
It looked like what it sounded like.
Oblongs. They all like, oh my gosh. That show, their bodies and stuff like that. That can bring us to one of the other questions.
I
Like,
remember that.
what show did you watch where you realized they was like adding adult things into it? Like, what was your first show where you realized, wait a second, this is not for kids anymore?
SpongeBob.
Yeah, definitely SpongeBob.
Definitely.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob
There was
the first
a meme recently. It may have been like a year ago or so, but I think Plankton was in SpongeBob's mouth or whatever, and he was fighting back like a tongue or whatever. It spun him around and licked between his butt cheeks, bro. I was like, what is happening?
What is this? This is madness.
Y'all taking this too far.
Oh my. Or when that episode when SpongeBob became the mom and Patrick was the dad with the little
that's
clam
the first
bird.
thing I think of. That's the first thing, their little baby.
They had their little baby and stuff, and,
And
was
he's like, I work all day long. Patrick just come home and sit down.
Oh my gosh!
Ironically, I didn't think anything of that. I was just like, this is strange. But okay. It's only when I get older I'm like, wait a minute. What are y'all trying to say here?
Wow, they said it was meant to be on Comedy Central.
SpongeBob, really?
Wow.
About a gay
If you
sponge.
know, KB put in the chat that SpongeBob was meant to be on Comedy Central about a gay sponge, but the company turned it down, so the creator rewrote the script and sent it to Nick.
Well, I'm grateful
They
for them
lost
because
money.
that's my favorite show of all time.
Yeah, it's too good.
That's crazy. I mean, probably at that time, that everybody's all sensitive about the whole gay and everything, so it could have been not afraid to step out. Well, I don't know, because back then it was probably worse than it
Comedy
was now.
Central's
Not even
ruthless.
Dave Chappelle show and stuff. Woo.
The list of things nobody had to.
That I don't know, because
Yeah.
what's it called? Cartoon Network still with Boondocks. The Boondocks, man. That show. That show definitely was out there. They were saying some stuff that they definitely couldn't say now on the Boondocks, but that was one of the best shows I've seen.
Got a wild
hilarious.
Runic in the chat.
Oh, look at it. Runik's in the chat. Welcome to the
Oh.
chat.
Not just in the
What's up,
chat,
everybody?
but also on the video channel.
Oh,
Or
Runik's in
audio
here
chat.
too?
Hello, Runic.
What?
And
What's
where?
up?
And what?
Video channel.
Welcome,
He's like, what am I a part of?
Video channel? What video channel?
This
Or
is the web
audio.
show. You in the web show right now, sir.
Where am I?
Look on Mixer. You'll see us doing our web show right now.
Yeah,
That
go
you've
see
just
yourself. Go
joined.
for it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
But yeah.
Wait.
Hey, welcome to the stream, Mr.
Someone's
Fresh.
hammering.
No worries. I'm glad to see you here. That's all that matters. We're out here just talking about different TV shows and everything. It's one of the underrated ones was like Toon Disney. I thought there was a lot of good shows on Toon Disney.
Toon Disney. I don't remember much from Toon Disney. Be real with you.
It's now called Disney XD. It's no longer called Toon Disney.
Disney.
They had
You remember-
Gargoyles. They had Hercules. They had.
Oh yeah, I
all
remember
those
because
stuff on
it
there.
was Toon Disney. Then it was Jetix, and then after Jetix it became Disney XD.
Yeah, but that was a lot. That was. Good
I remember all that. Okay, so one thing I didn't like about, now that you bring it up, so one thing I didn't like about certain networks like Toon Disney or Disney XD or whatever is how they would change certain things in like shows. So in I think it was the Spider-Man series, not Spider-Man Unlimited, the one before it. So there was an episode with Morbius. I don't know if you know who Morbius is. He's like the vampire, like anti-hero or whatever the hell. So he gets his power from like drinking blood because he's a vampire. Want him to do that in the show, so instead they changed it. So he had like little suckers in his hands, and that's how he would like take blood from people. He would grab them and take blood. But my whole thing is that the little hand suckers are arguably more terrifying than if he would have just bit somebody. In my opinion.
That's weird. That is so awkward.
So that's like one thing I didn't like about like Toon Disney and all that stuff. And they did the same thing for Yu-Gi-Oh! Like if there was like a monster, in like a battle or whatever, it was like a nurse type of thing, and it's supposed to have like a big syringe, and then they changed it to like a magic staff. And I remember as a kid thinking, what does a nurse have to do with magic? But okay, whatever. So that's like some, I don't like when networks do that. I feel like it's unnecessary.
It's okay, Ash. I know there's some shows out there that you like too, so don't be out here acting like you never watched cartoons before. But no. Well, Runic, we were going around asking everybody, what's your favorite channel that you used to like to watch as a kid?
Damn, my favorite channel I used to like watching as a kid.
And a couple of your favorite shows from there.
And a couple of my favorite shows. So I think I'm probably gonna go with I guess it was Jetix. No, 4Kids. It was 4Kids. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with 4Kids. And some of my favorite shows, like as a kid, was Spider Riders. I remember Spider Riders was really cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what was another one?
To me right now.
Before it was called 4Kids, and it was called like Kids WB. I remember Freakazoid.
Oh
was
yes,
really
I
cool.
remember that too.
Animaniacs was really cool. And then it's also where I watched like all the other shows that we knew as like kids, like like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that was on 4Kids.
Bless you, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, Yu-Gi-Oh was definitely a big show for me to watch as a kid. Man, they used to have the Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments at Toys R Us early in the morning on Saturdays. Your boy used to be right out there trying to battle people with the Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Dragon
I never went to like a tournament. Yep, my mom, my brother, we go there, and Cornelius, don't act like you used to get your toy from there while I used to go play my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff.
I mean, I didn't say I was mad about the situation. I'm just saying we was all out there. I remember Sonic X too. What about yeah, you remember Chaotic?
Chaotic? I remember the name, but
Chaotic. It was like a car type of game thing. The main character, whenever he like whenever they were dueling whatever, he would turn into the
Yes. I know what you're talking about. I looked at it. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Let me see if I can get this up into the stream for everybody else. Man, that's an old show. That was supposed to be something to go against Yu-Gi-Oh, but it never made it.
Yeah, nah.
They tried to go against Yu-Gi-Oh, but they could not cut it.
Remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too?
Yes.
G.I. Joe Sigma. I'm like looking up. He's like reliving my childhood.
Yep, Linky agree. I agree with you. That's the same thing that this geek said, which was Cartoon Network, Ed, and Eddie, Kids Next Door definitely are good ones.
Y'all
Yo.
Busy and
Cartoon
Mandy.
Network?
Somebody mentioned that in the chat
Yes.
earlier. That's definitely
Yeah.
a good one.
I remember trying to play them, and the fucking if you were like at a library or something, it took forever. The
Yes,
Flash player or
but
the
the Kids Next Door
Java.
game was so fun.
I remember that. You had to like unlock
It
levels
was
of it and
so
stuff.
fun. I love those games. And all
Yeah,
the
so
other
I'm
ones
looking
on
up-
there were just so fun.
I'm looking
And
up
there's-
cartoons. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What was that other? It was like a game where you could play, and you got to be like a bunch of different characters from Cartoon Network, and you just got on like this beach or something, and then you had to like use the different characters to do different like tasks and stuff.
Oh, you going back in the old days
I don't
when there was like
remember.
dial-up.
Maybe.
Dial-up on computer.
It might have been.
I remember that. I definitely remember that. That's when we had like one computer in our house
It
and
might have been.
it was
but
connected
it was
to the
so
phone.
fun.
You couldn't be on the phone and the computer at the same time because it
Yeah.
would mess up.
Probably was really fun. But it was
Before
all
my
in the
time.
ocean. We used to go diving all the time.
That's back in the Oregon Trail days.
It wasn't that far.
What? Yes, that
Okay,
was a long
it's
time
already-
ago. That's
So,
the
are we
Oregon
gonna do
Trail
trivia
and
a little bit?
everything.
Some
Yes, we can
cartoon
do your
trivia?
trivia in a little
Okay,
bit.
'cause
You
I
have your
wanna do
questions that you
this.
want to ask?
Yeah. Johnson.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh man, we talked that hour out pretty easy though.
Over an hour. That's what I'm saying.
We got an hour and 13 minutes. Didn't think it'd be this easy to talk it out. It actually wasn't bad. We still didn't even hit all the different questions we have.
Well, remember, this still isn't under.
Yeah, I
Your
guess.
other
True,
thing.
true.
Yo, I remember. You guys remember Lunatics on
No.
Lunatics? Yes, I remember that.
Never heard.
Lunatics Unleashed? They were like they were like the it was like the Looney Tunes thing, but they were like Power Rangers. Look it up real quick. Lunatics Unleashed. It's like
Oh
Daffy
yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I remember. Let me just put this in here too for you, everybody who's watching the stream. I remember that.
I've literally never watched that. It looks great, though.
It was very short lived. It was like like how
Yeah.
they had it's a good show that nobody mentioned? Teen Titans. That was a great show. That was definitely.
But that show's like still on. Don't they still?
No, that's not
No.
the same.
It's always on TV.
No.
They always have that on TV at my job. I don't know
The-
like
not-
what
not-
channel it's on, but
not-
it looks like newer episodes.
it's like
It
Teen
looks-
Titans Go. You're probably thinking of, or that's probably what they have up now.
Maybe.
But like,
it looks new. It looks like it's newly like animated, you know?
Not the
Like,
little
you can
And
tell-
they're like-
cartoon kitty looking one.
and they're kind of like small and stuff.
Not when they're small, no.
No, we're talking
no,
about
not when they're
the
small.
original Teen
Oh,
Titans.
okay, sorry.
Or maybe, you know what? You know what it might be?
Hey,
might
I
be
can't
Young
even
Justice.
see if I pronounce your name right. Coral.
I don't know, but
But
Teen
hey,
Titans,
from
I'm
Russia.
kind of
Thanks for joining the chat and everything.
welcome. I'm kind of hurt by Teen Titans, because they got canceled, and it never came back, and it never really like ended, you know.
I mean, it kind of did when they had the brain and he got everybody to pretty much assemble all the different Teen Titans from everywhere. It's kind of like how Young Justice ended, where they finally have the connections of all the different outposts of Teen Titans and stuff like that, and they're finally getting together, and it's like, you know what, we're going to end the show right here when it gets good. That's what killed me with Young Justice. It was like, you guys wait until they get to the good stuff, and now you want to have all these extra characters and people, and now you don't want to show it anymore.
All right, cool. So this trivia.
Wait, not yet.
Does anybody else have any other shows they want to include?
Boy, if you don't
We'll talk about
Marvel or DC? Marvel. I don't.
Marvel.
Anybody for DC?
I would say Baby Ryan. Sometimes.
I mean, I mean, if anybody is for DC, that's okay. I mean, he can speak. You're wrong, but it's okay.
I'm gonna have to stop right there. I'm gonna have to go with DC because it's got the Flash, Superman, Batman, and most importantly, Plastic Man.
Plastic. I like certain people from DC. Like I like Static Shock, definitely one of my favorites from DC. What's the other one? Static Shock, Black Lightning. I liked him also.
How do you gonna say Black Lightning?
Oh, especially since they brought it back on the CW. It's actually that show is not bad. It's pretty good. I couldn't watch it. I like the CW's version of Arrow versus the regular version of Arrow, because you know, like with the CW, they pretty much mixed Batman's story and the Arrow story together to make him like a lot better than what he would have been, I guess, to me. But definitely still Marvel at the end of the day. They have too many good people. And I see she brought the dog up here, which is Cece, the one who snores like a grown man at night. Scares me.
Okay, continue your conversation.
The Marvel definitely has X-Men. I like Iceman from there. Everybody loves Wolverine. All versions of him. Old Man Logan, the regular version.
For me, it's just, you know, like Spawn. Spawn was like one of like the first like into, you know, like even like when like Justice League and everything was going around, like Spawn was like my thing. So you know, that's why I kind of tear more towards like Marvel. So, but I mean, all in all, I think Marvel just has like a better lineup, you know.
Mm-hmm. I like the new Miles Morales Spider-Man. I still like Spider-Man too. All the different, like, I don't know, it's just cool how they did the Spider-Verse and put so many different versions of him out there. It's like pretty much how like DC goes with the whole parallel universe thing and everything. And I have all. I wonder
what Marvel's gonna do with what are we on phase 4? I think it is now.
Mm-hmm.
No worries. Judgment-free zone. You know? It's okay.
But no. And then, like, you know, I was just talking to one of my friends, and it was like saying how good somebody's mic right now. It's making me echo. Yeah, he's not part of that Marvel team. But I definitely like. They were talking about the Fantastic Four and how pretty much their son, I forgot what his name is called, but he's like one of the strongest people in all of Marvel. And it was just like telling me like how he can pretty much whatever he wants to do. His power is like whatever he wants, he makes it happen. And it's like in the last Infinity War comic, pretty much like when everything was gone and nothing, it was just him, and he made Galactus come back, and they was just chilling and talking like they were sitting on a curb talking to each other. It's like boys. It was just crazy. It's just like whatever he wants to happen, he just makes it happen. And it's like, gosh, you have a character like that, that's broken. That is a broken character. That's why he's not in a lot of the team ups and stuff, because it'd be ridiculous. But there's just too many good people in Marvel. And like, I don't know. I say Marvel makes good movies in a theater, but DC, I have to give it to them. Their cartoon movies are like really good.
That's like upset me. Like Marvel, like they killed the movie, and then DC always has like the better shows and the better animated movies. And I just feel like because with animated movies, I feel like it's easier. You know, like you can actually like draw and animate what the character's supposed to be doing. Whereas when it's like a live action movie, yeah, you have certain limitations that it's kind of hard for you to overcome or you to like get over and like make work. But I don't know. But I agree with you. Like DC does have like better animated movies and better TV shows. You know, Teen Titans,
DC
Young
animation's
Justice.
all the way.
You know, Teen Titans, what's up, Lauren? Teen Titans, Young Justice, all that. Even the CW shows were good. Like even Smallville. Like I don't think I could go back and watch Smallville. But Smallville at the time when it was like
Please,
out,
please
you
don't,
know,
please don't disrespect Smallville.
it's like Smallville, like when it was out, you know, like that was a show. But you know, like I just feel like every Marvel like show or cartoon ends up getting canceled. Like I don't know how many Spider-Man series did they have? They had Spider-Man, Spider-Man Unlimited, Spectacular Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, and it all gets canceled. They even had some Iron Man where they had Iron Man Armored Avenger, and it all gets canceled. And it's frustrating as hell.
They were like sometimes the Avengers. That's like Ben 10, where they make the same show but like degrade it slowly and slowly. Because like the first animated version of them on the Avengers, great, good graphics, really good. Then the next season it went down. Then the next season it goes down even more. And it's like the same thing with Ben 10, which is a good show that I really liked and everything.